Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name's Mamina. If you're new here, please do subscribe. Thumb up this video and comment below should it resonate or you feel like it has a message in here for you. I feel like all my readings can give some type of insight, guidance, or message value to a person's life. But of course, if this one doesn't, there may be another one that does. This is a general reading for the collective. So only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Use your discernment. You're responsible for your feelings, reactions, and actions, whether it be this general style reading or a personal style reading. All right, my loves? This is a channeled song reading. So that means a song channeled in from the collective. And now it's my job to express that song to you, the counterpart that's watching. You could also be the person that's channeling this and watching. You never know. Okay, most of the time, yeah, your counterparts be watching readings or stumbling upon them as well. This is interesting how it's done because normally they have me sing it versus just saying the lyrics. So be mindful of that. This is also unique because the divine masculines and feminines channeling in with this song, resonating with it, they're not going to be responding to each other because they're not connected. So what that means is as I pull the cards for one group, the next group isn't really responding to those set of cards. These masculines are an individual group and these feminines are an individual group. However, you may still resonate with what's said. So you could still resonate with either of these. You might be watching for feminine or masculine. Sky's the limit. I'm just letting you know how they're channeling in. We're going to have messages from their higher self to you. And we're also going to get into what's going on with them right now. What has put them in the energy that I'm feeling like they're in right now. It's a bit sad, honestly. I feel like this song is about a love loss more so than a love that they're trying to gain. So it's more like what's happened with an ex maybe or someone that they're transitioning away from in order to make a move towards you. So this will help you have an understanding of their emotions and what they're feeling right now. We're going to get into the sneaky oracle to find out what happened, what put them in that vibration. We're using my Soul Sisters decks here. We're going to be using Angelic Revelations 144, Naked Flame Healing Messages, Maruk Sneaky Oracle. We're going to be using that one. We're going to be using both of Fire Witch Tarot's oracles, Divine Feminine in the Fields and Divine Masculine's unspoken messages. Okay, I will have all their information to where to buy their decks in the description below. We're going to use the tarot to get to the root of what's happening, and I will also have the tarot in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, I've already shuffled the deck, so let's get into the first verse. This is for the masculines, by the way. Interestingly enough, I feel like the masculines channeled this song in the most. So let's see what they have to say. Take a bow, the night is over, this masquerade is getting older. Lights are low, the curtains down. Okay, right off the bat, Lover's card, choices. You know what? Divine Feminines watching for your masculine. And this is an energy that came in. I'm not sure if I mentioned it a moment ago because I'm just like, I'm channeling in as I do this. A lot of these masculines feel like they haven't met their counterpart yet. They may know of you. They may have been in the same space of you, could know a person that both of you know, but they haven't had time to really like meet you face to face. The rest, of course, are ones that are in separation with you, or maybe they're friends of yours. I am picking up on some friendships here. However, one thing that stays consistent amongst all of them, they're very guarded about their heart, especially with whatever they're going on with this person. We're going to get into it in a moment. Because they're so guarded with their heart, they want to give you the key. You notice how the masculine is looking up at the key and the divine feminine is like looking at the heart as if she's trying to figure out how she's going to pick the lock. They want to give you the key, but they're just not sure. Whatever happened, whatever went on, it really has them in this, I don't know if I could really give the key to my heart the way I know I should to this person that I'm feeling this strong connection to, because this last connection didn't work out. It didn't work in my favor. So now they're having to really go within and make a solid decision. They're definitely leaving whoever they were dealing with, but they just don't know if they're going to make a move towards you so fast. You already have their heart to a degree, to be honest, because it's a divine connection. Whether this be a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection, there's definitely a strong pull towards you. If this is a twin flame, you could feel like you're mirroring each other right now. Soulmates can mirror, but the intensity normally isn't as strong. And sometimes what you're mirroring with a soulmate doesn't have to always be the heavy stuff, whereas with a twin flame, a lot of times it's the heavy stuff. So we'll dig more into that another time. But for right now, I want to get into the divine feminines, okay? I left off at... There's no one around, right? Yeah, so we'll go. There's no one here. Say your lines, but do you feel them? Do you mean what you say when there's no one around? There we go. Watching you, watching me. Y'all chose such a interesting song. We have the Chariot. Okay, so divine feminines, remember this isn't a response. They're not responding to each other, okay? You could be watching for either or, you may relate, but they're not responding to each other. So we have the Chariot here for the divine feminine. The divine feminine wants to leave something behind. They want to move forward. They might actually be getting encouragement to move forward from their ancestors. That's what it feels like. It feels like maybe they didn't want to disconnect from who they're with right away, even though they're miserable with this person. They could have become very used to them. You know, it's that energy of, it's not that they're all older. I am picking up on some older females though, but it's that energy of, I've spent all this time with this person. I know this person like the back of my hand. To have to be single again or divorce, because I'm also picking up on like people who are trying to divorce, or at the very least, whoever they're separating from, they've been with them for a very long time, for at least a couple of years. And it's that energy of, can I really relearn somebody? Do I really want to relearn somebody? However, just like with the masculine energy, they're feeling this intense pull, this intense knowing of there's something out there, there's someone out there. So I feel like for the feminines, it really seems to lean more towards the ones who they may have met you, maybe you're a friend, but you haven't dated, if you understand what I'm saying. Whereas with the masculine, it's like a blend of a little bit of everybody's in that group. But with the feminines, it's like they could be aware of you. You could be a friend, maybe a friend of a friend. There's this intense need to get to know you, but either they're just coming out of that situation, or they just don't know if they want to like give their heart like that. Do I really want to take the time to have to learn this person? They got to learn me. I done already put up with all this, blah, blah, blah. They might want to enjoy being single for a while, even though at the same time being single makes them feel lonely. These could be feminines that, you know, they could have been with a high school sweetheart maybe, or a college sweetheart. So even, again, I'm picking up different age brackets, but whoever they were with them long enough that it's like they felt like they grew into their womanhood with this person. But their ancestors are saying, look, it's time to move forward. It's time to go. You've dealt with this long enough. We've been giving you signs long enough. So they're packing up. They're getting ready to leave. It's just there's this hesitance when it comes to believing that they can move forward into something new. And the time frame of when they're leaving could be anything. Could have been at any point. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups, and you notice how the spoon has holes in it? I feel like that's kind of how they feel. Like they have this cup of emotions, but they can't really dip into it because every time they dip into it, they're getting little drops. And that's sort of what they feel like they would get if they were to go into another relationship. Let's get into what these people did to them. I pre-did these shuffles already, but I'm feeling the need to shuffle again with the way that Chariot came out. We're going to start with the masculines, and then we'll go back over to the feminines. Let's find out what happened with the masculines to put them in this mentality. I'm watching you, watching me. You're one lonely star. I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known it's true. You took my love for granted. Why, oh why? Okay, masculines. Whoa. Well, masculines were dealing with somebody that kept a lot of secrets and were dependent. So it says dependent. Could be they are only with you for financial, sexual, and emotional reasons. Yeah, these masculines were dealing with a feminine energy. And again, this is energy, so take what resonates, whatever you may identify as. It's all energy for this reading. But they were dealing with a person that got with them due to sexual attraction and because they were financially stable. So this is a masculine, or the majority of the masculines coming in here. It's not that they may be uber rich, but they're doing well. And so there's a feminine that came in and just took advantage of that. And that would explain what we were picking up on when it came to the heart, right? That feeling of like, I feel this connection to you, but I don't know if I can make that choice to give you the key, because they gave this person the key. This is someone they really thought they cared for, and they really thought cared for them. They ignored all the red flags. I'm seeing red flag after red flag, and they just, nope, gotta be something else. And this person was clingy for emotional reasons, but not love. It was more like, I want to gain from you. I want to take from you in order to fulfill my emotions. I don't give a damn about yours. Like, that's how this feminine energy feels. I don't really give a damn about your emotions. I only care about mine. So I need for you to let me be dependent on you so that you can facilitate my needs, and I just give you the scraps. At the same time, I'm seeing some good looking guys here. There's actually three features coming in here. One guy, he's very fit. He has like a low cut. I want to say he's like a chestnut complexion. Can't really see his face. There's another masculine coming in here, very strong. Take what resonates. This obviously won't be for everybody, but there's a masculine coming in here very strong with a Scottish accent. He has, like, if you've ever seen the character from Brave, that really bright, like, orange hair, he has hair like that. I can't tell if it's long or not. It looks like it's slicked back, but he has a strong Scottish accent. Take what resonates. And I keep hearing him say the word lass. He keeps saying lass a lot, which is interesting. But again, when I do these readings, anything could channel in, any type of language or accent could come out of my mouth. I'm not in control of that. It just is what it is. But the third person looks like he's Asian descent, or maybe a mixture between Asian and Spaniard. Spaniard, to be Pacific. It feels like his roots are, he's connected to roots in Spain. Not so much Mexico, but Spain. That's just three that are standing out. There's others here, but those are the ones with features. So take what resonates. Let's get into the feminine energy and see what's going on. You know what? I don't need to reshuffle much. I'm just going to mix them up a bit so we can get the message for the feminines. Thank you, Spirit, for letting us tap in. Okay, they want the chorus again. So, I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known it's true. Okay. You took my love for granted. Why? Spying. Sneaky behavior. Lordy. Spying. They are snooping, hoping to get more information on you. Sneaky behavior. So these divine feminines here, channeling in, were dealing with a counterpart that they felt the need. I'm feeling a mixed energy here, so I'm going to break it down. They were dealing with a counterpart that was very possessive. Watched everything they did, every little move, but they did it in a sneaky way at first, and then it got to the point where it was just obvious. Like, obviously you're popping up everywhere that this person is. You're coming to their work. People say they see you standing outside a place they eat. Just real possessive behavior. I'm hearing arguments about believing that the feminine's doing something, but in reality it was them. That classic, I'm gonna yell at you and claim that you're cheating or you're snooping around or you're doing dirt, but in reality it's me doing dirt. That's the energy coming from this. I'm also picking up on a group of feminists that became suspicious about their partner. So it's not that the partner was possessive. It's, the typical, oh, I'm working, but the hours are too late. oh, I'm hanging with friends, but she may have called that friend, and that friend, you didn't tell them to lie for you. So they're like, no, that person's not with me. You know, all kinds of craziness. They felt themselves becoming something they didn't want to be. They felt themselves becoming that suspicious, he must be up to no good type of woman. And yes, the person was up to no good, but they didn't like that feeling of I can't trust you, I got to check your phone. And this is something that went on back and forth for years. So again, different age brackets, take with what resonates from that. But one thing's for sure, they really wanted to believe. Again, I'm seeing red flags. It was red flags everywhere from the very beginning of the relationship, and they just ignored every single one. They actually had their ancestors channeling in. So some of them, if you're the divine watching that went through this, you might have had dreams, visions. I'm hearing abuelita. Someone had an abuelita that was always coming in and saying, look, spiritually, look, this is not for you. This, don't do this. Don't go with this person. They're not for you. You're going to learn harsh lessons, and you didn't heed it and ended up in that position. Take what resonates. I'm also seeing a mixture of different cultures here. I'm seeing someone that's in Hindu garbs. It's not an arranged marriage or anything, but I do feel like the family said no. This isn't a family that's overly traditional, but when you came home with that person, they were like, no, 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 no good. And you just was like, nah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And it landed up where it is. There's a brown skinned woman. I want to say she's like a mocha color, and she has like hazel eyes, kind of like this. She's channeling in. That feels like the one that was, you know, she got so suspicious, she started snooping, like going through the phones and stuff, and did not like what she was seeing. So again, this could be you. This could be the person that you're interested in. You would know you may have a feeling, you may have had dreams of what they look like if you haven't met them face to face yet. You could know them, and you just, you didn't come face to face. I'm actually feeling the need to start with the feminines in the fields to find out what it is they have to say about this situation. It's going to sound like they're speaking in first person. Remember, this is what they're feeling about the person that put them through all of this. Could be their current mood, could have been their mood at the time, okay? Make them laugh, it comes so easy when you get to the part where you're breaking my heart. Hide behind your smile, all the world loves a clown. Okay. Even though I say I'm done, deep down I know I'm not ready, or I'm really not. See what I was saying? Remember what I said earlier about the feminines kind of being like, I don't know if do I really want to start over again? I'm used to this. I'm used to how this works. So even though they're being told, pack up, get going, leave, bounce, we told you to leave once before, they have this feeling of, but I know this person's ways, and I know what they're about, and I've been with them for so long. Even if it was just like a 3-year relationship, a lot of things can happen in just 3 years. And so whether it's divorce, whether it's packing up and moving, they're struggling with it. They want to leave, they want to be done, but they don't know how. Like there's something holding them back that's keeping them stuck. Some have transitioned, or they're in the midst of leaving. Others, they've left and maybe they're thinking of going back. The masculine could be trying to, come around like, I've changed. I'm not doing what I used to do. If this is you watching, no, they haven't. They haven't changed. No. The moment you go back, it's literally going to be just like it was before. Maybe even worse, because then they're going to see it as, well, you took me back. So that meant that you were ready to tolerate my ways, right? That's going to be the energy that they have. So if this is you watching, just know, if you're watching for your counterpart, know that that's something they're struggling with. So when they come into union with you, or when they meet you, that may be something you guys have to discuss and deal with, all right? Bear it in mind. We're going to go to the masculines now. Wish you well, I cannot stay. You deserve an award for the role that you played. No more masquerade. You're one lonely star. We're only gonna take one of those messages, masculine. Y'all not doing this to me. No, no, no. Okay. Y'all gonna have to pick one. All right. This is the one that's resonating the most. I've made myself unavailable to everyone, not just you. Don't take it personal. So these masculines, remember we said their heart was guarded. It's like, even if they don't know you, the connection, the pull, the dreaming of you, the sensing you. I'm seeing masculines being in a public space, maybe like a restaurant, or somebody lives near a beach. I'm seeing a beach, and I just saw 2112. Somebody lives near a beach, and they're like walking, and they can sense you. They feel your aura, they feel you around, and when they try to follow it, you're gone. It's like, dang, I just missed her. At the same time, when you disappear like that, they find themselves trying to put a wall up to that connection, because they dealt with this. They dealt with somebody that put them through a lot of deceit. So it's like, okay, I thought I cared about that person. This connection feels even stronger. You'll hear me mention that a lot. A lot of times with masculines, a little bit more than feminines. It can happen with both, but it happens with masculines very intensely. They get this feeling of, even though I know that the connection to you feels absolutely different than anything I've ever dealt with, ever, it's that fear that, wow, if that's the case, should you hurt them? Should you cause them pain? How can they get over that when they've never felt a connection like what they feel with you? A feminine energy sometimes is more likely to take the leap, more likely to go, you know what? I'm going to just go off of intuition and jump into it. I mean, the cherry out here is that Cancer energy is that moon energy, but the masculine energy is more like, okay, see, I've been through this heartbreak thing before, and this person put on a show, they put on a play. Yeah, I saw the red flags. Yes, I ignored them, but I don't know. I don't know about this. And they become very guarded. They get locked up in that alpha position where it's like, if I don't let anyone in and I just blaze through the world by myself, I don't have to worry about my heart getting broken. So they're looking at that key like, should I give? I mean, the person already got my heart, but like, should I really give them the key though? I don't know. This is suspect. You know, that's really how they feel. And of course, the Lover's card is Gemini energy. Could be in your chart, could be in their chart. It's still just the energy of what's happening. It explains the emotions and the vibrations that we're feeling right now, whether or not it's their sign. So take that how it resonates as well, just in case. Let's get into the message that they have for you now. And we're going to be using the Naked Flame healing message. This could be from them in a more earthly sense, if that makes sense to you, or it could be their higher self giving a message. Because when it comes to these divine unions, twin flames, soulmates, really card, you're just gonna fall on the floor, or anything like that, they feel like they're already in a relationship with you to a degree. That's how intense the feelings can be. So if you're new to this and you've been feeling that level of intensity, give yourself some breathing room. Give yourself a chance to like really relax on it. You're not going crazy. You do want to use your discernment that it's really coming from intuition, the core of who you are, and not just an opinion. When you notice the synchronicities, you want to make sure that you're not overthinking the synchronicities. They're coming in naturally. But yes, those type of vibrations, those type of feelings, trust me, they're very real, okay? We're going to go back to the chorus. I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known this true. You took my love for granted. Why? Oh, why? The show is over. Say goodbye. There we go. I'm going to just sit these near me because I have to reach over. It's like frustrating. Okay, we have, please stop running from me and fucking let me love you now. So their higher self, This is an interesting card to come out because this is the energy that's around it. They're running from you, right? But remember what I said about the beach? They were like at a beach, they could pick up on your energy. It's like every time they get near to where they feel you are, you disappear by the time they get to that location. It doesn't matter how scared they are about giving you the key to their heart. They can't help but to feel you in the vicinity. And when they do, it's like, I gotta find this person. I gotta find this feminine. Where are they? Where is she? Where is she? And then when they get to the spot, you just left. I'm seeing people literally, it's like, you ever been on those the rotating doors? It's like you're on a rotating door, one's going one way, one goes the other, and by the time the next person spins back around, poof, you're gone. So it's like, stop running from me. I know I'm having a hard time making a decision, but at the same time, damn it, woman. That's what I just heard. Damn it, woman. Like, what is going on? Like, they might feel like they're tripping, they might feel like they're crazy sometimes, but it doesn't happen more than 3. And I understand, because 3 is confirmation to me too, buddy. So I get it. If you're the masculine watching, you're like, you don't understand. It's been like time after time. But at the same time, their higher self is also saying to them, stop running from that energy. How can you expect for that energy to stand still and wait for you in that moment if you're carrying the energy of indecision? If you're not ready to allow yourself to be open and just naturally flow with what comes out of getting to know that person, because you're still holding on to the individual with the lies and the secrets. Even though they've let the feminine go, they're holding on to the pain of what happened. So it's like, if you're still holding on to that, why do you expect this feminine's energy to just be sitting still waiting for you to arrive? So it's like it's a duality there. It's like, on one hand, they want you to stop running, like stop being in places and then being gone by the time I get there. And at the same time, their higher self is telling them, will you stop running from her? Then everybody's good, right? It's like the energy of that. We're going to go again for the feminines. I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known it's true. You took my love for granted. Why? Oh, why? There we go. We have from the feminine side, we actually have, okay, we have 2 cards. I'm hearing a different part for this. Okay, so we have, I am trying to understand our connection by researching, and I have watched Twin Flame Tarot readings. You could be watching this one. Well, that's confirmation. Like I said, these are sacred unions, right? So we have a feminine that's trying to understand, or feminine energies trying to understand the connection. They're like, no, there's just too many synchronicities. I don't feel like I'm completely ready to jump in, but at the same time, I can't ignore what I'm feeling. So I need to know something. I got to figure out something. So they're actually looking. It feels like the masculines are too busy chasing you in the physical, and these feminines are like, I'm trying to understand what I'm feeling on this spiritual, like mental level first, before I make my way physically over or allow this person to come in, because they're still asking the same questions I mentioned from before. I'm actually feeling like the a year from now card is for the collective, which is interesting. So either a year from now, you may meet this person, come together, be ready and prepared to meet this person. That's another thing that has to take place. You have to be ready to accept the energy just as much as they have to be ready to accept the energy. I'm also hearing a different part of the song. I'm hearing the bridge with this card, which is let me go into my memory. All the world is a stage, and everyone has their part. But how was I to know which way the story goes? How was I to know? You break my heart. Yeah, so I'm also feeling like some of these unions, it's taking them about a year to disconnect completely. I don't just mean, okay, I physically left the house, I physically got the divorce, but like emotionally. It may take some of them a year to like mourn the relationship, if that makes sense to you guys. You know, like really let it go, let go all of the feelings, all of the attachments. It's a little bit more on the feminine side because I feel like these masculines really would just love. They're holding on to the deceit of it. Like, oh, I don't want to be deceived by anybody anymore. But they're not attached to the person. Like, some of these masculines drop the person pretty quick. But for the feminines, even though there's really no love there, they understand that what they felt for them wasn't love. It was more like settling. Everything was okay at the time, or they thought they were in love at the time, and now they're comparing their feelings with what they're feeling in this connection. They're realizing that wasn't love. They've been mad at love for a long time, and now they're seeing love didn't hurt me, that person did. But I'm still used to that person's ways, and I'm still used to waking up, and that's the face I see on a regular. So it's going to take them more time to cleanse that out. But for the masculines, it's about getting over thinking that every woman that comes in their life, or every feminine that comes in their life, will be deceitful. So again, either you guys may come to union within a year, you might meet them sooner, but if you go through challenges with them, just understand and have the compassion of they're still cleaning that out. Never allow for someone to place upon you what another did to them. Never allow that. Just be understanding and compassionate about the fact that they did go through something. It was traumatic for them. Even if you don't think it's traumatic, it was traumatic for them. And the more that you have compassion, the more that you're open and honest about how you feel, what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate, the more respect they'll have for you, and the more that they feel like, okay, I can let my guard down. I can breathe because this person so far hasn't lied to me, and etc. And that's your readings, my love. I hope that this gave you some clarity, that it resonated with you. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. Peace, love, and light.